Now, I've been playing tabs for a long time now, but I can safely say that this is the battle that I've always wanted to see. Okay, we've got One Punch Man, the god-level superhero who can obliterate anything in a single punch, versus Horse. Not cavalry, not jouster, not chariot, just Horse. Now, fair warning, if you have stock in Elmer's glue, I highly recommend selling it right now because there's about to be a surplus to hit the market. Please be gentle to my wobbly friend. Oh no! What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And for today's episode, we're gonna continue taking a look at some of the strongest, strangest, most clearly broken, Jesus Christ, what's exploding already? Do you see what I mean by broken? Like, we're not even fighting right now. They're just all set up next to one another. Cute little family photos that I could do an intro, but something's already exploding. Like I was trying to say, strongest, strangest, most broken units in the game. It's clearly a recipe for fun when it comes to tabs, so I'm looking forward to it. I think. So the last time we took a look at these units, I didn't fully understand how to import custom models. Now that I've got it figured out, they look way more impressive. We've got Ares again, and Apollo, and Neptune, with their glowing godly weapons, and Thor now has an actual Mjolnir rather than a stone tomahawk that would explode into lightning, and Zeus got a haircut? Shaved? You're looking young? Why are you different? Artemis is as beautiful as ever. Did you lose a few pounds, girl? You're looking good. You just keep doing what you're doing. I want to have the entire godly pantheon of tabs face off against giants, but this time it's going to be skeleton giants because I get the feeling they are the most broken giant around. Yup, that's a skeleton giant earthquake if I've ever seen it. Hopefully this works. Is it working? I feel like it's working. Okay. It's gonna be a little difficult to follow each of them. Luckily, they glow now. Oh my god, those swords might be a little too big. Ares is down. It's not good when the god of war goes down at the beginning of a war. Oh no. The swords are so stupid. Why are they so big? A skeleton giant is really cool. They've got like German war helmets. That's also really cool, but they don't need a sword the size of a building. Oh no, my beautiful gods. You guys had so much going for you. You can't fire bow now, can you? I don't know if they can hit you now because they can't really bend their elbows and their swords are too long. Oh god, this might go on forever. This is what I love about modded units. You never know what to expect, other than the fact that everything will probably break at some point. This is why I didn't invite any of the skeleton giants to the intro scene, but all of the gods were there. Even though the gods apparently can't beat them, so we're gonna have to move on to something a little bit more familiar, honestly. Some of you guys might remember this unit from the very early versions of tabs. We've gotten the Super Boxer back. I don't know if he works in a similar manner to the last Super Boxer. Jesus Christ, it is impossible to place just one unit. The world keeps shaking, making me place 2 units. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, I see how it is. I come down here to humorously point something out and all of a sudden you guys are all on your best behavior. I was going to say, I think there's supposed to be another skeleton giant there in that empty spot. Third from the left, and he's not there, in which case he's probably below the map. And if that's true, then I don't think the Super Boxers are gonna be able to reach him. Maybe we just need more Super Boxers? Oh, that's the shaking of somebody stuck under the map. We'll run it anyway, screw it. I just want to see you guys pound some bones. And not in that way. Okay, I'm getting real tired of people taking me out of context. I'm trying my best here not to be a pervert. Not really, I'm barely trying, but at the very least, give me some credit. Oh my god, there's so many glowing gloves. I don't think the skeleton giants can hit them because all of their stupid weapons are tangled on one another. Even though it's hard to tell if any of the skeletons are dead, any of the skeletons have fallen. Clearly they're dead, but I'm seeing a lot of fallen super boxers and no shattered giant bones. How are they winning this? Why are the skeleton giants so incredibly overpowered? I really like the juxtaposition of them standing in front of the buildings though. That's super cool. We should bring giants to cityscapes at some point, see if we can Godzilla some places, but this did not go according to plan in the slightest. Are you okay? You having a tantrum right now? No, you can't have that toy, okay? Stop crying in 5 seconds or we're going home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is your brother under the map? He's under the map. I can see his sword. Okay, 5. So if we are gonna face off against giants in a city, then I feel like it's only fair that we go to the new modern faction with the Juggernaut, the Gunman, and the Rocket Launcher. We've seen the other two. I'm really curious what exactly a rocket launcher does. They kinda look like peasant musketeers. Guys, if you're shooting rockets out of those, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. I'm just saying right now, or not. Okay. They're kind of like Hwacha arrows, but they explode. Interesting. Really cool unit if they didn't get backflip stomped. Maybe the giant samurais are a little bit excessive. You know, we could try the regular sized samurai. Even though technically they can deflect projectiles. Can they deflect rockets? That's something that I would like to see. Just flood into the corridors, guys. You look different as well. You guys got slightly different hats. Yeah, the hats are definitely doing you a lot of good. Okay, they can deflect them. And when they deflect them, they're super lethal. Okay, don't use any projectile against samurai ever, especially if they're gonna explode. So if we can't shoot our explosives, maybe we can punch with them? We now have a unit called Bomb Fist, and I have no idea what this is supposed to do. I mean, I'm not seeing any bombs. They just kind of look like sassy pirates. All right, keep waddling over there and, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily a bomb fist. It's more of a kamikaze. I like it. I love how screwing around with these modded units just makes your imagination run wild. Like, I can see why so many of you guys leave recommendations in the comments, which, by the way, I still thoroughly appreciate. Like, I'm still going back to old videos, picking out stuff that I think is gonna be really fun, making a bit of a catalog for a viewer recommendation battle video, which will come eventually, but for now, I really just wanna be left alone with my own twisted thoughts. Like, for example, the lightsaber. We know for a fact that in Star Wars, Jedi can use a lightsaber to deflect a blaster shot. But anytime a bounty hunter or droid used fire, they couldn't deal with it. Now that we have our own flamethrower, I'm curious, will the lightsaber be able to deal with it? Or will they just melt? I'm perfectly fine with either, to be honest. Holy crap, those are impressive flamethrowers. I kind of expected these things to be crap and not really work, but they are definitely wicked. Okay, hold on, I got another unit that we need to torch. People seem to think that I have some kind of deep-seated hatred against the Hobbits, and I don't, okay? I love them. They're one of my favorite crash test dummies. Some of the best frontline infantry and cannon fodder in this game, and you really gotta see them get toasted in slow motion. They get completely lost in the flames. It's just a cloud. You can't even see them get torched. They definitely get blown back. I'm curious, if you use the flamethrower against a stronger unit that could actually move forward into the fire, would it get blown back? Would it take damage? Would it be able to close the distance? There are literally piles of burning hobbit corpses. I mean, how was this not Game of the Year 2019, honestly? So we need something a little bigger, and I'd like to get something that we haven't necessarily seen a lot of. And the only thing that I've been able to come up with is the new Mounted Snuffy. Very strange unit, tends to do backflips before the battle starts, so I'm trying to keep them nice and close to one another. There we go, okay. You guys might want to hold your breath. I would imagine this is gonna smell a lot like burnt hair and ass. Oh. I never thought about the fact that the archers might actually be able to hit something. Right, they're shooting their bows like this. You wouldn't think that that would be very good technique, but here we are with a bunch of dead flamethrowers. So a hobbit might be a little bit too small, and Mounted Snuffy might be a little bit too big, which leaves us with a lot of wiggle room, to be perfectly honest. I want to try the Ignisword again, because technically he's super broken? What the hell? Is he supposed to be doing that? What is going on? I was gonna say he's technically using a fire weapon, so he shouldn't really care about getting burned. All that armor, but I am just completely entranced by what's happening right now. Okay, so we'll have the lack of textures versus the flames. This is something to see for sure. I feel like no matter what, we won there. What is... Oh, that's so weird. They're turning with the camera, right? They're flat, as far as I can tell, but they turn wherever I turn, so I can't see them at any other angle than this? What was this supposed to be? Now, I've been playing tabs for a long time now, but I can safely say that this is the battle that I've always wanted to see, okay? We've got One Punch Man, the god-level superhero who can obliterate anything in a single punch, versus horse. Not cavalry, not jouster, not chariot, just horse. Now, fair warning, if you have stock in Elmer's glue, I highly recommend selling it right now because there's about to be a surplus to hit the market. Please be gentle to my wobbly friend. Oh no! Oh, I never got to see you guys be majestic. Oh no, please put them out of their misery. Maybe they're not in misery. Maybe that's how they always look. I don't really know. They're not in misery anymore. Holy crap, that was... I'm speechless. I know I should be more interested in seeing what One Punch Man can do in this game, but I really want to see what solo Wobbly Horse can accomplish. So we're gonna have the Wobbly Horse Nation face off against a bunch of boxers. Not super boxers, they're just regular boxers, a bunch of schmucks wearing gloves out in a field, no shirts. I have no doubt that these large, beautiful animals should be able to stampede them. Is it a stampede? It's kind of a stampede. It's so laggy. It looks like a bunch of hot dogs being thrown down a hallway. Are they fighting? It's really hard to tell if the horse is doing damage because it's not exactly on hind legs throwing haymakers or anything. It just kind of rubs up against you. I mean, they won, but did they really? Oh my God, what did they do to you? They squeezed you like a tube of toothpaste. How about this? The last episode, I got a lot of comments from people asking for me to show more of the Monk Raptor because it is the single most broken unit that I've ever seen in this game. I mean, you can tell that already. So we'll have the Monk Raptor face off against the not so wobbly nation, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what's up with these horses. They don't charge and they move a lot more like real horses than Tab's horses. They even look different. I don't know if they're the same model. Come to think of it, they look kinda derpier. I might need to do a side-by-side. I think these are different horses. I think the problem is the horses don't do well with something on their back, which isn't a great sign for a horse. I mean, they are wearing armor and horse clothes, I guess, but the solo horse is standing proud and the other ones are kind of gangly and twisted and broken. Either way, I'm gonna have you guys fight against a bunch of sumos. I got fat guys standing out in the field because we've never really seen obese tabs units before, and they're super vicious. What the hell? They just, oh, they kind of sumo slam now that I think about it. They run in with their bellies and just tackle them. Do you see what I mean though? Like, it's really weird to see an obese tabs unit. We're not used to it. I've got a hobbit for scale. Also, don't mind Steve. Okay, shut up. He's not doing steroids, shut up. When people have to look up to see the underside of your balls, you don't get to be accused of anything. I'm gonna have sumos face off against sumos. I wanna see a bit of a sumo wrestling match. I forgot the, oh no, okay, sorry. Sorry about that, hobbit friend. Steve is really doing work in there though. You okay, Steve? Really, Steve, all those steroids and you still died? I mean, no steroids, shut up. I've gotta see more of One Punch Man. Like, the thing is, he cost $50,000. That's like 10 times more than any other regular tabs unit. It's completely ridiculous. So there isn't really anything that you can have him face off against? Maybe super boxers? What if we have $50,000 worth of super boxers? Right, can you guys punch him a bunch of times? It doesn't need to be one punch, just a lot of punches. His punches are exploding. That's what screwed up my intro. I'm willing to bet that the monk raptor spun around and accidentally touched one of his fists or something. Those gloves are really going for a stroll. Are you done yet? Why are you grabbing hold of them? Don't grapple, just punch. He does fly, kind of. He mostly T-pose glides, but you can call that flight. Maybe it isn't necessarily quantity or quality that we need to beat him. What if it's size? What if we just overpower him with an entire army of ready-to-backflip mounted snuffies? Again, I think I've got them all under control. Okay, everybody is pumped. Now please land your shots, archers. We're gonna need it. At least one of you is about to get kicked in the taint. Not kicked, technically punched into the stratosphere. Good, I'm seeing some arrows in him, so we're doing damage, at least. He probably has a metric dick ton of health. I can't imagine how hard it's gonna be to beat this guy. Like, if you can one-shot every unit, then what do you do? It's not even necessarily a one-shot on one unit. If he punches something and there's a group of them, they all get obliterated. He's killing a couple of snuffies every time at least. I need to zoom out. I need to see exactly how far these things are going, because it really does seem like he's starting to punch harder and harder. There's something about seeing the ragdoll mammoth that gets me every single time. Oh, I love this game. You know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, guys. And once again, I still don't think we've seen all of these units. Like, this is probably gonna be a bit of a long video because I lose track of time. I don't intend to be recording for this long, but I'm having so much fun. It's just so broken and hilarious that, like I said, I love it. But if you guys wanna see me return, check out these units again, give me some ideas in the comments, leave a like on the video, and I'll return to blast off another snuffy soon. And thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.